Hello everyone. In this presentation, I will cover the short circuit power dissipation in CMOS inverter. So we will derive the short circuit power dissipation value in CMOS inverter. So first we have to go for a quick view of the CMOS inverter. So basically this one is the CMOS inverter circuit where the M1 transistor is our PMOS and M2 is our NMOS, and we are giving the input. So as we know, if we give the input low, output will be high, and when high, output will be low. So, and if we plot the VI characteristics of a particular, or we can say the output voltage characteristics, say this one V output as a time. So what we observe that I am just making a this one is the output characteristics, output voltage we can also say. Okay, I'm erasing some. So this one is the output voltage. So but here what we observe that for the time being, I'm just, let's say this time is say t1. So here when the input is 0, when we can simply say when the input is 0, output will be high. So this one is our input, so output will be high, and when this one will, where is like this one, input with some, this one is also the input. Okay, so the output will be like, and after that it will move again from, okay. So I am just making up to this uh, okay, and this one if we extrapolate this one, okay. So what we have observed that at time t equals to t1, say this when this one is say VTN, then this transistor, which transistor, NMOS is on, here the PMOS is on, PMOS on, and again after certain time, say at time this one, say T2, say T2 at point VDD minus VTP, when the input is somehow here, this PMOS is also on, PMOS is also on. So we are saying that for this region, for this region, for this region, the voltage changes from high to low, and this black one, this black, and when input is slowly increasing from VTN to this VDD minus VTP, both NMOS and PMOS become on and behaves in the saturation region. And so after that there will be some current in the circuit. Okay, so that current is our short circuit power dissipation, and when the input changes in between this point, when this one is the step input type signal, so this input varies when from VTN to VDD minus VTP, both the transistor is on and there will be some flow of current. So that thing we have to think about this I mean current, that is called the I mean, or we can say the I total current for a complete period of time. So for this again it is somehow like this one. So for a period of time the current current expression, that is our I total, will be, I am writing as 2 by tau T1 to T2 IT dt plus T2 to T3 IT dt. Okay, for the time being this one I am just saying T3. Why? Because in the middle of that there will be some time T2 where this current will go to the peak and it goes down. So at T2 this value is more or less, its voltage will be VDD. So, and why I am just writing 2 by T, because one more okay, this one is the one peak for the current and this one is the another peak. So we are just finding the one peak of the current and just multiplying with the 2, because there are two things there. So suppose for the time being, say this one is area of this one is A and this one is A, so it should be 2A. So that's why I am writing with 2 by T IT dt plus T2 to T3 IT dt. So now what we have to find is that now for the calculation of I total, and we are saying that the circuit is in the saturation region, and this slope, this slope is also same as that of this one, because this one is the why I am saying both are equal, because this one is say T1, T2 and T3. So this area is also same as this one, so we can write this way J 4 by T, then only we are integrating with T1 to T2 IT dt. So now we have to solve this one for the current, the short circuit current in the circuit, okay, from ground, the supply to ground, and this one is in the saturation region. So what we are writing, this is a 4 by T, again write T1 to T2, and this one can be mu n COX W by L by 1 by 2 VGS, general formula I am writing first, VGS minus VT whole square dt, and this one is nothing but simply our, we can write this one as 4 by T or we can write beta by 2 into this integration term t1 to t2. Then we are writing vgs, that is our v in t minus vt whole square dt. Why we are writing v in t? Because this one is the input, this one is the input, this one is the input, and it varies with respect to time. Okay, and this v in t is more or less a function of vdd with a linear proportion of time with some time constant tau. So this one is basically the, you can say, the expression for the saturation the short circuit current. And if we solve this one, it should be 2 beta by tau. Then we can write t1 to t2. Then we can write v in t is nothing but simply t by tau minus vt whole square dt. So after that, what we are assuming that at t equals to t1, at t equals to t1, the input voltage, that is our v in, is nothing but simply vtn. Okay, or vt we can say simply, or we can write vt. So we can write this voltage vt equals to vdd into at t equals to t1 tau. So t1 value is more or less tau times of vt by vdd. Is it clear now? Okay. So, and again at t equals to t2, the v in value is equals to vdd by 2, and if we write this one as a vdd by 2, and it should be vdd into tau by t by tau. So it will give your tau by 2 equals to nothing but simply t2. So this one is the limit for the t1 to t2. So what I am writing for t1 to t2, the value will be twice beta by tau. t1 value is tau vt by vdd by tau by t, and this should be our the expression as a function of vdd into t by tau minus vt whole square dt. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to solve it. Okay, so this is a very simple integration. Okay, to solve this one, what we are doing, we are assuming that let vdd by tau into t minus vt is z. So we can write vdd by tau equals to dz by dt. Okay, just differentiating with respect to t. So we can write dt equals to tau by vdd into t dz. Is it okay? Very simple integration methods is there that we are using. So first we are just taking this one as a z. So After that, what we are doing, where okay, after that we can write this as a 2 beta by tau. Okay, now also we have to change the limit. Okay, when t equals to, okay, I am also trying to change the limit at t equals to tau pt by vdt, then the z value, z limit will be just by putting vdt by tau into tau vt by vdt minus vt equals to how much? So it will give this tau cancel, vdd cancel, so z value will be give 0. So the now limit, we are changing the limit now, so it should be 0. Now when we are giving this t equals to tau by 2, it should be vdd by 2, so z value will be vdd by 2 minus okay, minus vt. This one is simple integration process, how to solve. So now integration of limit will be changed from 0 to vdd by 2 minus vt, and the inner one will be z square. We are writing in the z square. Now instead of what we can say the dt term, we can write tau by vdd into dz. Okay, this one is t, not tau. Okay, so again what we can write, this one is 2 beta by tau, okay, 0 to, again I am writing the same vdd by 2 minus vt z square dz. Okay, and take the term tau by vdd outside, or simply I am writing this way, 2b tau into tau by vdd, and if we solve this one, it will give z cube by 3 vdd by 2 minus vt from 0. So what we can write this one by taking 3 outside, t into tau by vdd into 1 by 3, and it should be our vdd by 2 minus vt whole cube. So okay, now I am writing in this portion. So the final value will be 2 beta by t into tau vdd into 1 by 3, and we can write as 8 vdd minus 2 vt whole cube. So it should be 2 4, so it should be 1 by 12 into beta tau vdd into 1 by t should be can be written as f vdd minus 2 vt whole cube. So this will give the short circuit current. ISC is nothing but simply beta by 12, then tau f by vdd into vdd minus 2 beta cube. Now this one is short circuit. Now the power dissipation due to ISC short circuit should be VDD into ISC. So it will give VDD will be cancelled. So it will give beta t tau f by 12 VDD minus 2 VTQ. So this one is the final expression for the power dissipation of in a short circuit power dissipation, we can say. So we have derived the value of power dissipation and also the I mean current, that is your I saturation, and by using simple integration method we have changed the limit for this one VDD by 2 to VT. So very simple integration procedure is there, and these are the key point. At t equals to t1 the input voltage should be threshold, and at t equals to t2 the input voltage is just VDD by 2. So this is all about the derivation of short circuit power dissipation. Thank you for watching.